So we're here, ready to play Tomb of Horrors, what I'm going to call the Shopping Edition. Yay!
Woo!
This is largely because our scheduling is absolutely horrendous at the moment, and, well, to put it lightly, Beast here has a really hard time getting in on the weekend action. So we decided we're going to make a Beast tailored session, and this is going to help in an immense way. This is kind of the Beast episode, well, Baylor episode, I should say, as your character. Would you like to describe Baylor for the audience there, Beast?
Yeah. So Baylor is a very well dressed, very important looking uh gray elf. He's got obviously gray skin and bright green eyes.
Okay. And you are not alone in today's episode. This is not going to be a solo adventure. We also have Cannonade. Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Would you like to tell us a bit about your character and who you'll be playing today, Cannonade?
I will be playing the wonderful Ernie Gobblestone,
Okay.
little gnome Dragonfire adept.
Yep. So now you two this adventure is taking place in the Tomb of Horrors, but it's not going to focus on the dungeon of the Tomb of Horrors in this one. But we are going to start there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you guys to the Tomb of Horrors. It's going to take a little bit to load up. Now, we are continuing pretty much where we left off. Now, tell me, have either of you two been following the adventure of what happened last? Because you might have a bit of a recap. I'm just going to give you to lightly, though.
Sure, just recap it.
Okay, so I'm going to do it very quickly. You found an entrance. Zug fell into a pit and died. Had to be raised. The very first pit he found. Then you guys went through a series of additional pit traps, which you through kind of like success and failure of trying to disarm. Some of them you fell into, others you did not. Then you went through. You fed a snake into a mouth. And then you went through an arch, which. Valor went through an arch. Zug then went through an arch. Couldn't figure out, and then they ended up in a separate room where it was a 10 by 10 by room, and they couldn't figure out how to get out. So they're and they found these 3 levers. What do you think they did to get out?
I wonder what they did.
They started to blast their way out of the room and like try and chip away at the wall with daggers and stuff. And that exploded in their face as the moment they damaged the dungeon walls. There's a reverberation that went through the entire dungeon, and it summoned. Well, you guys didn't see it, but Zug described it as a construct spider. And
idiots.
and now, it very, very quickly, promptly killed Valor, your psionic character. And now, with a little bit of a success and failure, you managed to find an alternative way to get there, which was involving not going through the arch. Because the problem with the arch is that it's a one-way teleport. Now, it's very difficult to get there because in order to get there, you have to go down for a pit trap, lowered down by Robo Buddy on a bit of rope, then you crawl through a crawl space, and then come out through into the other side. Now, there are 3 treasure chests in that room. Only one has been opened. You guys are kind of hesitant to open up the others. So now you guys could hypothetically open up the treasure chests. I'm going to let you guys kind of discuss that. Now, at the moment, Baylor, you're currently alone with Robo Buddy, just sort of keeping an eye on him.
Nice.
So because
You should gamble right now.
you totally could try that with him. I don't think Robo Buddy has like much in the way of
No,
money to his name. I'm not entirely sure what the
he
arrangement
has
is there.
no money, if I remember correctly.
At all. All right.
I have all his money.
You have all his money. He just doesn't. Okay, that's interesting. I'm sure you sorted that out between him.
Well, no, because I was trying to hand him his winnings from when we were gambling.
Yeah.
And he was like, I have no need for material possessions. So I'm just keeping it for him.
Awesome. Now, you probably can't see the room that Ernie is in, Baylor.
No, probably
Okay.
not.
All right, that's fine. So just so you know that the little entranceway is over here to get through, but in order to get in there, also, let's speak of which, Archer is currently in the chat. Hey, Archer, how you going?
Ooh.
So, yeah, we were just talking about you, Archer. Anyway, but yeah, so in order to get to that treasure room, Robo Buddy would literally have to sort of like tie a rope to you, lower you down into a spiked, poisoned pit trap, and then you have to then crawl through this crawl space to get there. But alternatively, you can also go through the one-way teleport device that will basically take you almost straight there. So it's up to you. Now,
what a tough choice.
Yeah, but the problem is, here's the biggest issue. Robo Buddy is too big to fit through that crawl space. But, Ernie, you think he might be able to squeeze in through this crawl space. The problem is he wouldn't have an easy way of getting out. Except now, you guys have leveled up, and due to your research, you guys have learned some new tricks. Baylor, let's start with you. What new spells have you learnt that you've leveled up and you've been studying over time and finally now grabbed the concept of understanding of how to cast these spells?
Oh my god, Roll20 is lagging so hard.
It's a big map. If you need to refresh it, you can.
Yeah, give me one.
That usually does track. While that's loading, what's used? Are you having trouble accessing your character sheet?
It's taken a while.
You want me to open up your character sheet and tell you?
Okay. Okay, here we go. Alright. I have taken teleport and... Oh god, where is it?
And...
We'll cut back to that because
Okay.
it's not
All
loading.
right. That's a
but I'm sure the
surprise.
important one.
A surprise for later. Ernie, do you want to go over any new features about your character?
Yeah, this is due to our level. We've managed to figure out how to become just a little bit more dragon?
A little bit more dragon. Okay, that's
little more
great.
dragon.
A little bit more dragon. Okay, perfect. That describes everything.
With our breath weapon actually being able to go about twice as far.
Oh, wow.
Now reaching, yeah.
That is definitely a lot more dragon.
That is a lot more dragon.
Okay, yep. Alright. So little
With it now
gnome,
reaching
so much
to,
dragon. Okay. So,
Yeah.
alright. Now, so you guys have, I'm gonna say you guys have the option of long resting. If there's anything you two would like to do before you take that long rest of sleep, say so now.
So Robo Buddy's next to me, right?
Yes, you decided. Well, I decided in your absence as your character that you should keep an eye on Robo Buddy, just so he doesn't like decide to walk on and set off any more traps. Now, just to give you a little note, this might be of interest to you. I don't know how far you can currently see, but these little blue squares, those are pit traps set to be safe to walk over. There are red ones further up that are not safe to walk over. That was designed deliberately so anyone following you would hypothetically have to deal with those pit traps and maybe fall into them.
Whoa.
And yes, Robo Buddy says Robo Buddy will keep guard. Robo Buddy's also quite injured, I'll also add. So if you have any repair spells to help him,
I do.
You-
I have his repair spells.
yeah.
Oh, I'm getting so much lag. Hold on.
Do you
Am I-
want
is
me to-
something downloading?
I don't know
Well,
what
I'm
you're seeing.
Yeah.
Do you want me to open up your character sheet for you? Because I can do that.
Hold on.
Would this be easier if I move your character to the, say, the start page, where you don't have to deal with the map? Because I'm wondering if it's the map.
Yeah.
Alright.
Might be.
I think I can do that. So I'm gonna move you to the first front map. Tell me if that helps you.
Okay, yeah, it's way better.
Yeah, that's gonna make things significantly difficult for you to play the Tomb of Horrors map. But we'll figure that problem out later, and we usually probably don't need to worry too much about it because of scheduling issues. So,
Yeah.
all right.
All right. If you look, you can actually see the spell that I took.
Okay, yeah, I can open that up. So, opening up your character sheet, it's loading up. Going to spells, going all the way straight down. So you have Major Creation? Was that the spell you took?
No, I already have that one.
Oh, then what was the other one?
It's in 4th level.
Oh, you took a 4th level. Polymorph. Nice. Now, I don't know if Polymorph... Is Polymorph and Baleful Polymorph two different spells, or is it the same?
They are two different.
They're two different
very
spells?
different.
Okay, so you can turn
Baleful
yourself...
Polymorph is permanent.
Very nice. Alright. Now, I believe if you polymorph yourself a number of times, that will also become permanent. So you could actually... While...
Well, it's okay. It's not for myself.
Well, yeah, but hear me out, because a common trick people do in 3.5 is while Ernie is like a want-to-be dragon, with polymorph, you can turn yourself into an actual dragon.
Yeah, just one up them. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I totally want to do that.
All right. Then maybe Ernie can teach you how to do fire breath. All right. So, that all said, if there's anything you two want to do before you take a sleep, this is the time to decide.
I'm gonna experiment.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say, Robo Buddy, come here a second.
Robo Buddy, come here. And I'm going to assume Robo Buddy has enough intelligence to walk around the pit rather than a direct line over the pit.
Yeah. Can you turn around a second and just accept whatever's happening? Just for 1 second, please, sir.
Robo Buddy won't question this.
Alright. I'm gonna touch his back.
Okay.
And I'm going to I'm gonna polymorph him into, let's see. Oh, there's a lot of fun things I can change him to. There's a lot. You know what? Roll a d10 for me.
Give me a second. I might need to check something. I'm not 100% sure if Warforged can be polymorphed.
Oh.
Because as a Warforged, he is immune to a lot of effects. I'm not sure if polymorph is one of them.
I would hope not.
Also, can you just check to see if polymorph can be used for its target
Yes.
on anything other than self?
Yeah.
Okay,
Willing,
it's willing
living creature
creatures.
touched.
Okay.
That's why I told him to turn around and accept whatever's happening.
Right. Why is Robo Buddy opened up into something kinda... That's weird. Why... What on earth has gone on in Robo Buddy's character sheet? I've clicked on... Character sheet?
Yeah, That's what is happening to me.
What is going on here? Okay, there we go. That's fixed. Alright, so he is immune to poison, sleep, paralysis, disease, nausea, fatigue, exhaustion, sickening, and energy drain. I'm not seeing anything to imply. Oh yeah, he's also immune to starvation, sleep, like suffocation. He does not. Okay. I'm not seeing anything to imply that he's immune to polymorph. Can you give me the text on polymorph?
Yeah, I already sent it to you.
Okay, in Discord?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. This spell functions like Alter Self, except you can change one willing subject to another form. Now, it also says living creature. Strictly speaking, I do believe he counts as a living creature.
Woo.
And except that you change the willing subject into another living creature. The new form may be the same type as the subject or any of the following types: aberration, animal, dragon, fae, giant, humanoid, magical beast, monstrous. Okay, blah 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 blah. You can't have more hit dice than your caster level. What is that?
My caster level. Well, you already know my caster level.
It should be 10, I think, now.
Yeah.
Right. So a maximum of 15 or hit dice or 15th level. You can't cause the subject to assume a smaller size than fine, nor can you cause the subject. Can the subject assume an incorporeal gaseous form? Its creature type and subtype change to match its new form. Upon changing, the subject regains lost hit points as though it had rested for the night. Okay. Though this healing does not restore temporary ability damage and provide other benefits of resting, and changing back does not heal the subject further. If slain, the subject reverts to its original form, though it remains dead. It gains the strength, dexterity, and constitution scores of the new form, but retains its own intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. That sucks for him.
Yeah, it does.
Although, just a weird forward. Hang on.
Here's the thing: is it lasts for 1 minute.
So if he has negatives in his mental stats, does he keep the negative mental stats modifiers from his race? Weird.
He keeps whatever his stats are.
Oh crap! I clicked on something I shouldn't have. Then gains all the short. Okay. Yes, are immune to being. Okay. Incorporeal gaseous creatures are immune to be polymorph. A creature of the. Okay, if you're a shapeshifter, you can also revert to your natural form as a standard action, which is I do remember that. That's funny. Okay. So with that, I can't see anything that can't work. Now Archer's seen a bunch of stuff in the chat. I'm just gonna check that. He said Archer says, I believe typically it's a shape-changing creatures that can't be. Yeah. All right. So I think this works. Turn him. Does he keep his fates?
It does. So you saw all the types. It could be aberration, animal, dragon.
I just realized what's gonna happen.
Humanoid, magical beast, monster, humanoid, ooze, plant, or vermin.
You can turn him into a ooze.
I can.
All right. Well,
I'm not going
what are you turning him into?
I'm gonna turn him into a hill dwarf.
Okay. Now, this has a weird, unexpected effect because he keeps his own feats.
Yep.
When he shapeshifts, or polymorphs rather, you realize at first, like, what? It's like he looks like he's still a. It looks like he's still almost Robo Buddy, but then you realize that he's resized as if gone into a medium, but then you realize he's taken, as he turns around, you see like he's kind of got like a robotic metallic alloy around his whole body. He seems that he's still made out of adamantium. It's like a Warforged sculpted hill dwarf.
yes. This is awesome, Robo Buddy. And then I
Robo
fist
Buddy's
bump
sort of looking around him, and everything's larger now. Does not compute.
I try and fist bump him.
Robo Buddy sort of looks at Fist and the offer. Okay.
I say, you know what, Robo Buddy? Here, follow me, and then I walk through the portal with him.
Okay. You end up in a 10-foot sized room. Now you can't see, but you can see on my stream if necessary.
Yeah, I have the stream open.
Yeah. Pay no attention to the numbers beside you.
Uh-oh. Yeah, don't look at my health and don't look at his health.
Now,
actually, my health is higher.
As I described earlier, there are 3 levers in front of you, but also above you, you can see looks like a crawl space in the ceiling going out of this 10 by 10 room.
I say, all right, Robo Buddy, nap time.
Robo Buddy, nap. And then goes into like power mode, and then sort of like
I
his
put
whole
him in
body,
sleep mode.
yeah, his whole body sort of slumps against the floor.
Yeah, and then you said that heals him after a minute passes.
I guess he would lose the racial traits of being able to be healed. Like, cause he couldn't heal normally was one of the issues. But
Yeah.
don't forget, you had repair spells. You could have just used one of them.
I do.
Okay.
I'll just use a couple of them then
Well,
before I go bed. Then while he's in sleep mode.
except he's a hill dwarf now. So
Nah, that's
repair
fine.
spells aren't gonna work on him.
Yep.
You'd have to use. I mean,
Let's just let him sleep.
okay, he sleeps. So what happens is he heals an additional 10 hit points because that's equal to your level. Oh no, actually, I'm incorrect. It's equal to your hit dice. And Robo Buddy
10.
is level 6. No.
What?
He's level 5. So he gets 5 hit points. And it might be equal to con modifier? I'm not sure on that one. I'll quickly look that one up. But that is true. In 3.5, you heal equal to your hit dice. Now, that's the same for the rest of you. If you got any damage, add... if you're like level 10, add 10 hit points. But I'm just going to check 3.5.
Nice.
Oh, that's just the heal skill. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, he gets all his health back, right? Because of his
Nope.
polymorph.
No.
Upon changing, the subject regains lost hit points as if it had rested for the night. Though healing does not restore
Yes.
temporary ability damage and
Yes.
provide benefits of resting,
He
change
gets
effects
all
do not heal
6
the
hit
subject
points back.
further. Oh my god.
Yeah. So it says here you recover 1 hit point. Now this is interesting. According to this phrasing, it says 1 point per character level, which even still, I believe that still counts as 6 for Robo Body because I think he's got like 6 level. No, it'll be 5 for him. I'm getting confused now. What is his level adjustment?
Yeah, what would his whole level be?
His whole level is like effective character level is 10, but he has like a significant level adjustment, which for his race.
Well, I really don't see race, so.
All right. So yeah, I am going to guess that he just heals equal to his effective character level, which I believe is 5. So yeah, I believe that is correct.
Your characters boned us once again, Archer.
Now, yeah, I'm also going to apply some healing to the others. Oh, wait, you were not supposed to go over healed you.
Oh, no, that's fine, that's fine. You can keep them like that. There's no problem.
Okay.
I'm actually
You're right there, Ken?
gonna go and let this be more. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I thought I was good for most of the night. I'm actually getting tired.
Oh, you're leaving already? We're literally just starting, man.
Do you remember earlier when he was
I
like, I
literally
can go
just started.
all night, till dusk till dawn, till I pass out?
Which is a right now.
Which is roughly right
Which is
now.
20 minutes into the session.
What the hell?
I mean, it's also the fact that
We've gone for half an hour.
I
No.
know.
You're calling it already.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're trying to get to you, man. We need to get to you so we can teleport.
Yeah, you're like one room away.
Yeah. We're so close.
I'm sorry.
All right, well, you gotta go. But that is you should have told me. I asked you earlier before we started.
Well, this was also why I got a text message saying, "Hey, we gonna need you to come in.
Oh,
early
okay.
Tomorrow morning to actually put up the truck."
That sucks that happens in
Using
America.
sleep over D&D? Dang.
You know, my boss asked me if I could do extra shifts, right? And I told him
And you said no,
yes,
obviously.
but I can't do this Saturday. And he's like, "Cool. That's how it should be happening in the rest of the
That's
world."
normally how it works.
Yeah,
Well, no,
that's
from the
typically
sounds
how-
of it, that's normally how it works, except from the sounds of it,
Yeah.
they're just asking him to come in earlier.
Hmm. All right. Well,
Well,
thanks
no,
you
I
for.
still have my normal shift. They just want me to come
So,
in to put up the truck.
are
that's
you
what I'm
happy
saying.
for me to control your character canon?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Cool. All right. So we'll press on. I guess it just means that you've got a solo session in spirit. So
No,
he'll still
he
go
was
with you.
He was here. He was here the whole time.
Yeah. All right.
Totally.
So anyway, you're resting in that room. But I will say before you go to sleep, Zug, the little kobold, peers into the room that you guys are in. As he peers in through the little slot in the ceiling, and he says, you guys are. Oh well, he's different. You guys can come into the treasure room if you guys want to rest in there. It's a bit bigger in there.
Nah, we're good.
Okay. He goes back. And he's probably, he's probably gonna sleep in the little corridor, alcove. I think that feels right for a kobold. And yeah, you guys sleep, and then it's morning, and do you want to go into the next room at curiosity, Baylor?
I start stretching after I wake up, and I look over, and I assume Robo Buddy is back to normal since it only lasts a minute.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told it only lasts a minute.
So just to re-clarify, when they sleep, when the polymorph ends, they heal a little bit. Is that what I'm hearing?
When the polymorph
starts, they heal a little bit. Oh.
The moment that they polymorph,
right.
They get healed.
Okay. So I'm not.
So which means he healed 5 and then he rested, which means he gained another 5.
Except the polymorph only lasts for a minute, which means
exactly. So.
I don't know if because this will then run off the Warforged things, and I'm not 100% sure if he gets that. Archer in the chat might be able to answer this question. Let me check on that. I'm pretty sure he doesn't, but I'm just gonna check. Can be healed. Where is it? He does not heal naturally, so no, he doesn't actually. He only gets that 5.
Oh, so he only got it from the
yeah.
polymorph.
Although
okay.
weirdly, you did kind of give him a night's rest of sleep, and it
Yeah.
only cost you a 4th level spell.
Yeah, it only cost me a 4th level spell, but I was able to let him experience sleep for the first time ever. He knows what it feels like.
You,
To feel well
yeah,
rested. He's never felt well rested his entire life.
yeah. So,
Well, no, it actually says that it heals you, but once you transform back, it does not heal
yeah,
you again.
yeah. So
So
it's
it
all right.
actually specifically says that it heals you as if you rested.
Yeah. Okay. So he kind of meta experiences sleep, I suppose.
Yeah, so I just made you feel fully rested.
Yeah,
Take
I
that.
guess you woke up as a new
I made him.
yeah.
I made him small, and he was. After a minute, he went, "Whoa!" He got big again. He's like, "I feel great."
All right. So he's still significantly injured. I don't know if you can see his health bar or not.
Yeah.
And
Negative 44. You see.
no. That's
I know.
Valor. Valor is you see a body that looks like it is fairly burnt and severely impaled. It's not a pretty mess.
Guess he got what he deserved. I just walked on.
Ouch. Wow. Zug says he died saving my life. And Boris says I'm going to erase him now, and I'm going to assume we won't repeat what you just said to him. And he goes to try to raise him, and this takes about 10 minutes. If there's anything you want to do, let me know. Do you have plenty?
During the 10 minutes, I'll just start doing. I'll just start jumping around the room.
Okay.
Start inspecting the room.
Just checking for traps by jumping around the room. You do see 3 chests. Other than that, you jumping around the room doesn't really affect anything. And when the 10 minutes expire, the spell doesn't work. And everyone's kind of left somewhat dumbfounded as to what went wrong. And then someone suggests maybe he's an outsider. And then Ellie says, no, he's not. Elan. He's an Elan. He's not an. So I don't know what happened there. But long story short, Boris says, I'm pretty sure he refused the Raise Dead spell.
So I can repeat what I said.
I
say questioningly.
Maybe he heard you, said Zug.
Cool.
And there's just a moment of silence for the first victim of the proper victim of the Tomb of Horrors. And Ali then says, look, guys, I know this is awkward, but when he died, Valor did suggest a really clever idea of putting a body on a pit trap to try and lure people to our pursuers to fall down them. I could probably make use of that if you guys want, but this is a really awkward conversation to have.
Oh no, that's fine. Go ahead, man.
And then Zug then says, "What are we gonna do with his stuff?"
What does he have?
He has a lot of psionic items, and we've gone through a lot of. We have all gone through a lot of crystals, diamonds, specifically to raise. We've had like 3 deaths over this adventure. Actually, strictly speaking, 2, since we've only. I mean, we had 3 deaths. 1 we couldn't recover. We've still got. We're going to need more supplies, so maybe this is an opportunity to sell his equipment that we can't use, so we can get more diamonds back.
All right. I'm gonna start taking all this stuff and then laying it side by side on the floor.
Yep, there is also some stuff in the kitty. Now, he also does have some stuff which the party can use. He has 5 healing potions.
Oh, when did he get these?
Well, he probably just purchased it on his when he needs it.
Those would have been useful.
I mean,
I start putting them in. I start, stacking them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just stacking and separating all the like taking an inventory of
all
this stuff.
All right, so he's got in his backpack, which is an item. He has a bedroll, scroll case, a a belt pouch, trail rations, of which will last him for 5 days. I'm assuming he still has them. He has 50 foot of rope and some soap and a water skin. Now, this is where I'm annoyed at Naqua for not telling me what magical equipment he's listed, but I know he has them. He has also got... Let me check this. I wonder if he wrote this down. He's got what appears to be probably studded leather armor, I think. Yes, it is got studded leather armor. There it is. He also is carrying a longsword and a masterwork greatsword. And I think he also has a bow, but I'm not sure on that. I'm going to say no to that, Archer, because you're going to be in the next session, which will be actually you guys going through this. This will be him. This will be on the same day, effectively.
Yeah. But I start laying out all his things, taking inventory, and then I open up his belt pouch and see what's inside.
Actually, that's a good point. Does he have any gold? Now, according to this, the gold's not mentioned, which is really what shits me, is when people don't, like, they have, like, a separate character sheet, but they don't use the Roll21 updated, so I can't use it to help the players. But, on that
I have
note...
everything except for my skills.
Yeah. On that note, there is a bunch of stuff in the party kitty. Now, some of it is also psionic items, which was never really made use of. So the group is happy for you to take these features, to sell them, and trade it in for something more useful.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Alright, so...
Alright, party.
Now, there is a bunch of
Start
gems.
talking-
There is...
Might have a few.
Now, there's a few potions, but they're probably not going to give them to you, because you can make use of them.
Yeah.
There is a... one... There are 2 psionic other items in the party kitty, which I do have. One is valued at 1,000 gold, the other one's valued at 2,500 gold. There is also a... What the hell is that?
I don't know.
I think when there's another psionic item, which is a power stone, but it's only worth at 25 gold. And this, I'm gonna guess it's another. I'm gonna guess that's I'm gonna have to quickly Google that, because that is something I've never heard of before. Adorigi? Is that how you pronounce it? Holy crap, that thing looks weird as. Okay. D&D.
Alright, now all I need to do is level up.
They're basically... Oh, yeah, I'm going to say they're psionic items, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to say that thing could be sold too. Which is kind of like a wand. And that one's valued at 1,710 gold. So you got a few things to make use of.
I sure do.
Now, strictly speaking, I'm assuming that Naqua's character has probably, like, he started with 36,000 gold, I believe, like everyone else did.
Yeah.
So he should have about that much amount of inventory money, at least 18,000 worth. So that should be able to get you a fair amount of items. So with
question.
that, yes?
Where is my donkey?
I'm assuming you chose...
Oh, please don't tell me you forgot about him.
Okay, so when you guys traveled a week to get here, you're using a sled being pushed by RoboBuddy. Are you really saying you brought a donkey?
I got a donkey.
Well,
I bought a donkey in the first session. I had the saddle. Remember, I chose the fancy saddle.
I tell you what, you can use your teleport to bring it back here.
Are you serious?
I
you
do.
made RoboBuddy push all of us?
Yep. But to be fair,
Oh.
Robo Buddy pushed you through the night and day. He did not rest or sleep. Well,
Well,
you.
yeah, you could have pushed the donkey too, but the donkey has storage. Yeah, Robo donkey, no need for donkey. Yeah, you know what? That is true. I can't argue with that.
Mm.
But I still would like to have my donkey because he has a very expensive saddle. I spent all of my remaining money. When you said the 36,000, I looked around and I was like, "Oh yeah, I had 36,000." And I was like,
I will
"What did I
say,
spend the last 10,000 on?" And I remembered about the donkey.
okay, so you have an option to put the donkey where you feel, where there are like the equivalent of stables in the hive. You also have your base. You can tell me where you feel like you've left it.
I feel like I would have him at the stables.
Okay, because they would
the
feed.
nearest.
You would have to.
They would feed it.
I'm gonna make you pay, gold based on the week, that you would feel that you would need to keep it sustained. I'm happy if you just pay a week work, which I don't. You know what? It's in the there is a ruling. I can look that up. Or you can pay X amount additional so it will be looked after longer if you wish.
Yeah. Wait, what happened to all my stuff?
What stuff?
All my equipment got wiped.
Oh
Wait, no, never mind.
You found it?
I have 4,190 gold pieces.
That's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I won 4,000 of that from gambling.
Okay.
Because I spent almost all my money on the donkey.
Now I look at your equipment, as much as we were criticizing Naqua, there is nothing listed in your equipment either.
It's all listed underneath weapons.
Weapons?
Well, yeah, because all of my magic items were.
Yeah, but I'm talking like mundane equipment as well. But okay, so it's funny. You've got all your magical equipment is listed, but your mundane equipment isn't. So between
stuff.
you and Naqua, you have you have a standard character's worth of equipment listed.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna unadd my skills. I added the skills painstakingly for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Quick.
I very much do appreciate that your skills are listed now. All right. So with all that, you have the ability to teleport back to the city, and Ernie says, "I'll join you." And yeah.
At this point, does it even matter if he joins me? He's not.
No, I will make him join you. He said he was going, so he's going.
Okay. You know what? That seems fair.
At least then you'll have someone to help you if you get in trouble. And again, Ali has offered to join you guys.
Sure.
But it does mean that you will have one less trap searcher in the dungeon. She does say her skills excel in the city. Ernie says that she should be better off here, but I'm kind of going to let you be the deciding factor whether she should go or stay.
Sure.
Okay. So she's going with you then. And
All right.
with that,
So I pick up all of the I wrap up all the important items. So he didn't have any money listed, sadly.
it's all right. We know how much he started with, and to my knowledge, he hasn't really spent any of it. So he should have about, with the exception of the potions, he should have about 36,000 gold, to my understanding. In terms
So
of
the question is, does the rest of the party know that he has that much gold?
yes, because you laid it all out in front of everyone.
I put the bag out, but I
Yes.
opened it and
Yes.
looked inside.
And and
Okay.
they would have looked with you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I'll ask him, is it okay if I take the money so that we could just... If anybody wants anything, did anybody make a list for me of the stuff
No.
that they would want?
I asked them in Discord, and no one said anything. If Archer has anything he wished to ask for in the chat, he can go for it. But yeah, other than that,
I have $36,000 to spend on you. Quick.
well, we need more diamonds, but ideally anything that would help us deal with traps.
Well, selling all the useless psionic items would...
I feel like
quite enough
Ellie
money.
will be able to help guide you. She should be able to. She's with her assistants and Ernie's, they should be able to give you a rough idea of what they kind of feel like they will need. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
All right. Now, I'm going to... So you ready to teleport away?
Yep.
All right. So with that, I will get you to roll a D100, please.
Alright.
And tell me where you're trying to teleport to before you do.
Oh.
Too late, huh?
Okay, well, I didn't get to... Yeah.
So whatever
Well,
you're trying to
that's,
teleport to?
That was a 27. I was
I'm
trying to
assuming
go back
to the
to
base?
the town... Well, I was going to go back to the town that my donkey is in.
Yes, but that's a city. And
Yes.
you... To keep in mind that you got to choose like a very specific place within
Yeah, the
mind.
stable with my donkey.
You want to go to the stables. Now, I'm going to say,
Yes.
just for the purposes of rules, you would have a stronger familiarity with your base than you would with, say, the stables.
With my donkey.
Okay, if you want to go to your donkey area, all right. So I'm gonna.
I feel like I would be very familiar with my donkey.
Yeah, you can be familiar with your donkey, but your donkey's not a location.
Okay, yeah, I'll go to the base then.
Okay. Okay, so there should be a table here. Yep, here it is. All right. So you rolled. So here's the thing I find funny. With the familiarity, it works based on this. This is a good time to explain it. So, on target is 1 to 97 to get to that there's a 1 in 3 chance you'll be off target. No, sorry, there's a 2% chance it'll be off target. There's a 1% chance it's a similar area. There's no chance of failure for very familiar. I'm going to say that the stables would have been a seen casually. So that would be a 1 to 88%, an 88% chance of success you'll hit exactly where you tend to be. But there is also a 1% chance of a mishap.
So with the 27, would I have made it to the stables?
No, you said you're choosing your base.
Yeah, but I'm saying if...
Yes, you were the
theoretically,
27.
because
You would have
yeah,
made it to the
because
stables.
you made me change my answer after I had already rolled.
I wanted you to give me a clarification where you were going before you rolled, but
Well,
you
I
already
wanted
beat
to
it.
go, and you said that it would probably... I thought
Yeah.
you were implying
You would have
that it would have
with that
failed.
roll, you would have ended up at both locations. So you're
I would
fine.
prefer to go to the stables.
Well, you can just walk there,
Damn
dude.
I know.
All right, now I'm
I
gonna
wanna
move
see my
your
dog.
token to the base, and just gonna load the map.
Yeah, that should work. Yeah, there we go.
All right, now as you appear, and I'm really glad you said you put your donkey in the stables, because as you appear in your base, you find the whole place is trashed and totaled.
Oh,
There is rubble everywhere. The furniture is just tipped up and just strewn about the place. The illusionary entrance is gone. The place is in utter shambles.
Huh.
So, had your donkey been here, it would not have been here. The place is just completely and utterly looted.
Wow.
Yeah. Alice, like, this is not what I remember. Also, she is here.
I turn around, I look,
Yeah.
and I cast disguise self on myself.
What do you look like?
I make myself look. I think it's 2 inches taller is the max,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to be dressed kind of like a wanderer.
Okay. Ellie sees you do that. Then she turns around and faces away from you. She puts her hood up over her head and whispers something. You can make a listen check if you wish to see what she's saying.
Alright, let's see what my listening is. Oh, fuck. I may or may not have accidentally just completely closed roll 20.
Oh.
I was trying to switch over to that tab because I was watching it on the stream.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, when I drag her around, it's so slow.
I
Okay.
I don't know
So I'm just
why.
gonna roll the
I've
d20
removed a
first.
lot of stuff from the Roll20, so this is gonna be your
Yeah.
computer. It's just a potato. No offense. So you rolled a
Ah.
4. I
Yeah,
don't know what you
my
add.
$1,500 computer.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, every other website runs fine.
Well, why is it struggling with Roll20? It's
Well, I don't know.
All right. Anyway, what did you get?
Let's see. I got 4 plus. Where's my?
You rolled a 4. Do you want me to look
I
it
rolled
up
a
for you?
4. It's so slow. Oh my god.
All right. I'm just
yes.
gonna open it up because this is torturing me.
Everything else runs great. I don't understand.
So listen is -2.
Oh.
So you got a 2.
Okay.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm just
I-
going to open up a copy of your character sheet just to have it in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't really catch what she says in words, but then you notice her whole outfit changes and her whole body changes into that of a Giffy Yankee.
Huh. Interesting. I say, looking at Allie.
And then she responds in a voice that is unfamiliar to you. It sounds very much like a Giffy Yankee.
Oh wow. Good thing RoboBuddy isn't here. It would have been destroyed.
Indeed. Says
All right.
what you hope is Ellie. Ernie's like, I can't do that.
I have that. No, I don't. I decided against the cloak. Dang it. All right. So I start looking around. First things first, we have something very important to do. Follow me. And I start heading towards the stables without telling them that I'm heading towards the stables.
As you say that, you all hear something sort of get knocked over from inside your base.
Oh.
And they all sort of stop and look warily at one another. They're kind of sort of looking to you for whether they should stay or, leave or investigate.
I walk away. I continue walking.
You
like
just
I
keep
have
walking?
no business with their. Yeah, like I have no I have no connection to that place.
All right.
I just start walking casually away.
Okay, you guys leave out into the streets. And I'm gonna try and open up. I might. Yeah, I might do that. I'm gonna open up that. Just give me a moment. This is just for my convenience. Drag you down here. Drag you down here. Do I have one? Yes, I do. And I'm going to drag. Where is it? You over to here. So, you're in a area of town. It might look a little familiar, but there is a lot of that happens. And you up ahead is the stable area, or one of the stable areas, specifically where your donkey is kept.
Okay, I take out before I get towards the the stable, once I have it inside, I'm going to go around the corner to a
Discrete area.
alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
and using my forgery kit, I make what looks like a will.
That will take
I'm
a little
gonna
bit of
make
time if you want to make it look
That's fine.
proper. Ali
Yeah, I'm gonna
offers.
spend the time.
Ali, I'm assuming, are you going by yourself or you got the whole group with you?
No, I have the whole group. I
Alright.
just asked them to casually guard me. Like
Okay.
I hand them my dice set and I said just play dice while I do this.
I'm gonna say Ali catches eyesight of what it is you're doing. I'm assuming you're not trying to keep it hidden from her.
No, I'm not trying to keep it hidden
Alright.
from the
And then
party.
she offers to help
I want them to. Okay. Alright,
She's
so
got skills in forgery as well.
okay. I say alright. Together I'm gonna forge. I'm gonna make an official looking will for myself. And I want you to, and I start thinking, write everything we are gonna write everything that I own, including the donkey, and then listed as assets. And then we're gonna, at the very end, we're gonna list my donkey as one of my assets, and the location being here.
Okay, Ali catches on what you're saying.
Yep, and I said, and then I am gonna, and the person that it is getting to is me.
Alright.
And I just think of a name. Let's see what we need to keep Ingram
Mm-hmm.
for it to be legit. Thalor Ingram.
Ali is already writing down on the second piece of paper. It's like she's I want you to make a forgery check, please.
Okay. Do you have my forgery skill? I'm just gonna.
I
roll
can
20.
open it.
Yeah. Oh, nat 20 doesn't matter.
Oh
Perfect.
wow. Okay, but you still that does not skills aren't a 20 in a skill is not a success. I will find out though what it's going to definitely help. So forgery, you add a +3,
Yeah,
and
that's why I said I'm set.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure the DC for a will is
So
not
that's
over
23.
23.
Ellie is going to roll. She rolled a 7 and gets an 18. So between you have a watertight, will, basically.
Yes.
The details. Now, who is this other identity? Who is the benefactory individual?
Thalor. Here, I'll spell it for you.
Thalor.
No.
So it is Thalor.
And
So, okay.
Thalor. I thought
Okay.
you said Baylor again.
That-
So it's Thalor. And I say, this way, if you guys slip up and call me Baylor
Right.
on accident, I'll
Right.
just say that they could misheard, and it's
Uh-huh.
actually Thalor.
Okay. All good. So, are you ready to go to the stables now?
Yeah.
All right. So you head over towards the stables. I am just going to open the door for you. You know what? I think you can just actually walk through it. It might be easier.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you just can walk on through.
I'm just
And
gonna walk
you
through.
enter into the stables. And you see. Now, this is not a surprise to you. You see a bunch of Fry Queen. Do you know what they are?
Of what?
Okay, so picture a praying
No,
mantis.
I want you to. I didn't hear what you
A
said.
Fry Queen.
Oh, the weird bug.
Yes,
guy
they look
things?
like praying mantis people.
Oh.
And
Oh, I hate their design. It's so weird looking.
they have a they're currently, you see like a whole bunch of them. They're currently got an ank egg. And they're trying to tame it and coax it and to be more subjected to be allowed to be ridden upon. And at the moment, their method of that is by poking spears at it.
Yeah.
And you see that.
I go, is this a bad time?
Eventually, one of them turns around and looks at you and starts speaking in a language you do not maybe recognize. What languages do you know?
Let's see. Well, you have the list of most
Okay,
of,
I'll open up that.
or you should. Yeah.
That should be listed in your stats. Languages. Common, Draconic, Elven, Goblin. You do not identify that language, but give me a moment. I'm going to just see if someone might be able to help you. Huh. In the language of Githyanki, Ellie says something, which again you don't identify. Then eventually, the Fry King kind of like rolls his eyes a little bit, and then tries speaking in a kind of a misgarbled common. What hump want you?
Can you repeat that again, sir? I'm sorry.
Want you what?
Oh, I'm here for a, and then I start like pretending to fumble around and look for the will, and then I pull it out and I read it, and I very confusingly say, donkey?
He kind of like takes Will, sort of like looks it over. You get the impression he's got very rudimentary understanding of common.
Yeah.
And he then sort of looks around and then goes over into another area. Now, give me a moment. I've got something that I can use for this. I could have sworn I had. Yeah. Okay, let's try that. Here we go. There we go. Oh, that's a bit squished. Let's drag that out. There we go. And he drags out a your pack mule and brings it over to you.
And I like it. I was like, so this is his prized possession, huh? Well,
He kind
it's
of
your
looks.
mine now.
He then sort of like his hand is holding out, kind of like doing this like a gesture thing that he wants something. You interpretate that as a common
As
gesture
money.
you've seen before. No. As the ticket stub that indicate that this is your mount.
Okay, I pull out the ticket stub.
Okay, and he takes that, and he quite doesn't even, and then he hands back the will thing that you gave him. He does not seem to care.
All right. All right, let's go.
Where
And
to?
we
Asks Ellie as the Githyanki.
Well, now that we have acquired my mule, I start immediately putting all the stuff that we're gonna sell,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at the saddle. Did they maintain the saddle at all, or is it just
I
or
mean,
did they just put it back on?
they basically just put it back on.
Okay, so it should be a little dusty. So I say I'm not gonna clean this,
Mm-hmm.
and I start putting the stuff, and I start making it. I start rearranging all the stuff in my pack, on all the packs in the saddle, to make it look like we've been traveling for a while.
Okay.
And then I say, okay, now let's go to the town square, or to the shopping center.
Yeah, sure. Now I don't have a map for the shopping center, so we're gonna do. I'm just gonna put you in here, and we'll use a little bit of a suspension of disbelief. And we'll move these guys into various pillars to indicate their kind of like little shopping markets. If you but you do know that the shopping areas kind of break into multiple tiers. There's the low tier, which is like a kind of very tight quartered shopping area where there's like very difficult to walk through. It's like enough space for one person at the best of times. Then you have one step up where it's basically just a door, and then the door slides across. you that's like the equivalent of a shop, but they don't allow anyone in. And you make all sales and transactions through the door. You give them the money, they give you the merchandise, if you're lucky, and in some cases, and then you move. Then you move on. Then there's the really kind of prestigious ones where you would not even think to try and screw over by like shoplifting them. Where you
Yep, I
can
go
walk into
straight
them.
there.
You're going there, but you also know
Yep.
that's run by the mafia.
Yep.
Which okay, you know well, and you know not to screw with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially not when I have effectively faked my death.
Mm-hmm. You also know they are Giffy Yankee.
Oh, perfect.
All right. I'm gonna drag you up here. So we're gonna do a slight. Put you there, and I'll put you up here. All right. Yeah, there's a door, but you can just straight knock on that door if you like.
Yeah, I knock on the door.
All right. The door slides open, and I'm gonna say a Giffy Yankee, is peering at you. And see, what was your race? Did you choose? I forgot.
So I'm still a gray elf, but I'm taller and I have black eyes instead of green.
Okay. And he says, "Yes."
Would you guys be interested in buying a bunch of stuff my cousin left me?
And then Ellie, as the Giffy Yankee, steps up and looks at the person on the other side of the door and says, like, "I'm with him." And there's like a moment of like a uncertain look from the person on the inside, and then decides to open the door pretty much anyway. And you step through, and the Giffy Yankee on the inside says, "Chazelle, I was not expecting you here. I was sent on a task to help assist this one make their sales to our kind. He has very valuable items I think you will find useful." And she sort of like, in a way, waves a hand to you. It's like, "Get on with it," she says with a somewhat irritated tone in their voice, but you get the impression it's an act.
Yeah, I go, oh, man, my cousin was not being very well liked. I start taking all the like psionic items out and everything, all the stuff that we brought to sell. So all the psionic items and then all the gems that are not,
Mm-hmm.
good for reviving.
So something you notice while you're
And
like
as I
taking
do
this
that,
stuff
I
out.
drop the will.
Yep. As you're as this is all unfolding, something you're noticing, which is kind of happening. I'm gonna make a roll. As this is all progressing, you notice the Giffy Yankee, who's not Ellie, is continually sort of starting to have their attention more and more drawn to Ernie. As if they're recognizing them.
I look over and I look at Ernie and I look at him and I was like, "Oh, that's the guy that brought me my cousin's will." And I start patting my pockets looking for it, and then I look and I purposely dropped it so that it fell near the Gif Yankee.
Okay. They just sort of look down at the sheet. They don't make no intention to pick it up.
Okay, but is he able to read like the name, like Will and Testament of Baylor?
Their eyes are looking at it. Their eyes are not doing that thing where they're like going left and right. As they're picking up information. They're just staring at the piece of paper at the minute. But then you notice Ellie reach down and pick up the piece of paper and then hand it to them. And then almost like slightly begrudgingly, they sort of like hold it in that way where you can kind of see the room, but also the piece of paper. And then they start
Yeah.
like reading, picking up the details of the will.
Yeah.
Baylor Ingram. He owes us money.
Oh.
You,
Well,
according to
he's
this,
kind of dead.
and you're the beneficial inheritor.
Yeah, apparently, I was
Then
the
that
only
means
one
you have
left.
inherited his debts.
Why?
That is in accordance of the law.
What law?
Our law. You
Your
owe
law.
us a lot of money.
Do you have someone that can explain the law to me? Some sort of judge or lawyer, perhaps?
Ellie, sort of like seeing the language of what's going between them, she then chirps in, says like, the law is what we decree.
Oh. Well, sadly, I haven't found the money. All I have are these objects.
This is a start. How much money do you roughly owe the mafia here, Baylor? Because I
Well,
don't think it
don't
was
know.
that was really defined.
It had to be hold on.
Is it like a Han Solo to Boba Fett kind of amount?
It's
Are you gonna end up in Carbonite? Is what I'm asking.
It's well, hold on. Let me look.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Okay, so 23,682 gold pieces.
Well, this is certainly your start.
I start looking at all this stuff and I'm like,
He's noticed like Ellie sort of pulling a slight face. Ernie is not also looking too impressed at the moment.
I turned to Ernie. I was like, wow, he left me with this.
Ernie's like rubbing his brow right now, like in frustration, and he's like trying to figure out how to get around this. And then you notice like Allie is sort of like
I turn
yep.
and look at him, and I say, well, according to my law, once a person is dead, they're dead. So are you trying to make me go against my religion?
You notice
because in order for his debt to be alive, he would have to be alive.
Mm-hmm. As you're like explaining this to the Giphy Yankee, you notice Ellie. She produces a dagger, and it like out of sight of the other Giphy Yankee, and is kind of looking you directly eye to eye, as if trying to get a green light. Although you also notice there's a store clerk over here, kind of like sorting through papers on a shelf, not really paying attention.
I slightly shake my head.
All right, she puts back the dagger,
and I say, "Look, how much did he owe you?"
I'll have to check the ledger books. Lucy.
Well, while you do that, can I sell these items, please?
You can certainly hand them off to us, and then we can look into your potential compensation if it reaches our demands.
I say, okay, but is it fine if she goes with you? And I point to Ellie.
Ellie kind of like does a slight double look as this. It's like, of course, she is one of us.
I say, okay. And I was like, I'm going to hand it to her if it's fine if she holds all my stuff.
I assume you know where the storeroom is. Yes, I do. But the donkey would not fit, and there is a lot here. She kind of like gives you a kind of an uncertain like maybe dubious look, as if they're kind of maybe a little miffed that you're making them carry all this stuff, doing all this hard work. And she takes all the items. So what do you actually hand to her?
I hand all of the psionic items and only
Mhm.
one of the gems.
Which gem do you hand them?
Well, I don't know which gems.
Okay,
I
so
think
there is Azurite, Banded Agate, Colorophase, and Golden Yellow Topaz and Moss Agate. The most expensive one is the Yellow Topaz. The rest don't even match up to about. There's the next expensive one is about 10% of that value.
I'll give them the most expensive one.
The most expensive one? Okay, the Yellow Topaz.
Yeah.
Alright, you
Yeah.
notice her take it, and then she sort of looks it over inspectingly. Enough that the other Githyanki can see this, who kind of gives it a slight look. But other than that, she then takes it all in there. And she sort of then looks over towards these stairs and then this door. And then she's trying to make a quick decision. Because
Okay.
she may or may not know where the store is. I'm going to have to make a check on her part, unless you're going to help her in some regard.
I look and I see all this stuff and I was like, man, you guys aren't even gonna help her carry everything?
She is quite capable.
Can you at least open the door for her? Dang.
Are you judging my character? She gets a little uppity.
I look and I was like, well, if you can do it on your own, that's perfectly fine.
Then Allie sort of looks back and then says, "Perhaps you'd be better to stay silent," she says. Although she really does looks like she appreciates your offer to help in this matter. And then she's going to make a check. Okay, and does happen to pick the right door, and then starts going down this way. And it's kind of left to you guys in the room just by yourselves. Is there anything you wish to do? Oh, she's gone.
I look around and I start thinking, okay, oh, damn those stupid fucking Yippee Yankees.
You say that?
I said I think to myself.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So,
Not even death is enough to stop their greed.
So as she's in her absence, you notice that Githyanki is continuing the lockdown stare at Ernie, as if she's just singling out for some reason, contemplating something.
I turn and say, Ernie, go outside, man.
Ernie, the Githyanki says. He is Ernie then.
I don't. Yeah, I met him not too long ago when he delivered the will. Why, is there a problem?
She reaches over to the desk for a bell. What do you do?
I say, can I give you him in return for the debt?
Her head strays a moment, and then she still she's listening to what you're saying. Go on.
Well, I met him not too long ago, and I kind of don't want to be stuck with my cousin's
Ernie's currently looking between you and her very frantically right now. And you notice, you see Ernie's chest is inflating a little bit.
I look at Ernie, and I look at him, and I nod at him, and then I put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm going to polymorph him into a mouse. And then
He resists,
him up in my hand.
And it does not work.
He resists?
Yes.
Well, I told him to trust me.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
No. I feel like that's what Kenan would do. And he says, "Oh, hell no." And he breathes fire into the room.
I jump in front of the fire.
It's a cone effect, so you totally can if you wish.
I tackle him.
Actually, you know what? I have a feeling you will be immune to the flames.
Yeah, I am. I tackle him.
In that case, I'm gonna get you to make an initiative roll.